everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Time for a little fireside tea chat. So I got my tea. We got the fire going in the background here. It is miserable, cold. The wind is blowing outside. We've had snow showers off and on all day. So yeah, not so pleasant. So anyway, we're going to get right into topic here, guys. So I'm going to take off my glasses so I can see. 26 U.S. warships out of commission. So we're going to talk about that because this is concerning, and I think it's important that we need to talk about this, okay? We're going to talk about an incident that happened also last week as well. 26 U.S. Navy ships currently have coronavirus cases on them, all right? They are either in port or they're in maintenance yards. And so the exact number of crew members that are infected, the ships that are infected, that information is not being given out, obviously, for national security reasons. You can't really show weakness when you have, people around the world that want to kill you. So they definitely don't want to let that information be given out. So currently there are 90 ships out at sea that have no cases. So they're saying, okay, just keep that in mind. The Navy has 297 active duty warships. So there's a lot of ships. 90 of them are out to sea right now. So we do have our presence out there. But when you have 26 ships out of commission, that's definitely doesn't bode well. And exactly how bad is it? So let's talk about the USS Roosevelt really quick, which is one of our aircraft carriers. So first of all, as of Wednesday, 3,578 U.S. service members have been tested positive for the virus. That includes 2 deaths. Okay. Of those tested positive, 800 of them came from the Roosevelt, the aircraft carrier. All right. Those guys have been in Guam, and they have been in 14-day quarantine. But some of the people had tested asymptomatic, so they're extending things with the rest of the crew member. You're talking about a crew of better than 5,000 people. So, but when you have 20% of your crew basically with the virus, that's definitely very concerning. There have been 14 other ships that have been hit by the virus, but the crew impact has been recovered. So what they probably did, people that were sick, they took them off and were able to replace them with other folks. But it's very concerning to me, and I definitely want to hear your guys' feedback on this, because I think that this is really important, and it needs to be talked about because it affects national security. Obviously, it affects things, and I totally get why they're not giving out the true numbers of the sailors that are infected and what ships are affected, because you're giving out information to the enemy, and you don't want to do that. So just last week, and there's always been back and forth with Iran in the Gulf. Okay, it's been going on for quite a while, but last week they had about 11 speedboats, Iranian speedboats, were harassing Coast Guard vessels in the Gulf. Okay, one came within 10 yards. They were cutting in front of the ships and all this type of stuff. Well, the president gave permission to the Navy to go ahead and blast them out of the water if they continue to harass U.S. ships. So you can see where this could possibly be going, and where this could possibly be heading. Very, with everything that's going on, the number of cases from this virus that are happening, okay, and the numbers continue to rise. And you're talking about sailors. These are generally people that are in fairly decent shape. I mean, these aren't couch potatoes that are sitting around eating bonbons all day long. We're talking about guys that are active. They're on their ships, and they have duties to perform, and all those type of stuff. So when you have a high number, and I'm going to tell you what, they're saying 3,578 is the number of, and it's not necessarily sailors, it's service members. Okay, I think that number's higher. That's my opinion again. Of course, they're not going to give us the true numbers because, again, it affects national security, which makes total sense. Okay. Oh, I did want to mention really quickly as well while I was thinking about it. I will be live streaming tonight. The topic title I haven't put down yet, but we're going to be talking about everything that's going on. So I'll get a title for you guys, and we're going to stay on point. I have been a little lax, I'm going to be honest with you, and I've gotten a couple emails not staying on point, not talking about topic, and so in the beginning of the live stream, I'm really going to try to focus on staying on point. Obviously, you guys have questions that you want answered in the live streams, and I try to address those, okay? So it's not like I'm going to dismiss that, but I really want to focus on whatever the topic is in the beginning of the video or the stream, and really get into that topic. So I'm going to really try to focus on that more. I have been lax, I'm going to be honest with you, I know I have. There's been a lot going on. Some things had to be taken care of behind the scenes, and so those things are now taken care of, and things are going to run much more smoothly from this point forward because of that situation. So I'm not going to get into that because that's personal, but things had to be taken care of, and so they were taken care of. But anyway, excuse me, there's a lot going on, okay? So there's a lot of information to share. We're going to get into that. Like I said, I'll be live streaming tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, so please join me for that. I will get that up soon. It's like once I get this video done and I start uploading this video, I will set up for the live stream, and I will share what the topic is at that point. And the reason I haven't picked out a certain topic yet, because there's so much going on. So we're going to focus on a topic. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about everything else, whatever you guys want to talk about as well in the stream tonight. Okay, so please join me then for that. So anyway, again, with the virus going around the way it is, and you got to remember too, guys, if it's affecting our country this way, and I want you to think about this, if it's affecting our country this way, it's affecting other countries in the same manner. Don't even believe that in China that it hasn't affected their military, their navy, all those things as well, okay? It was over there much sooner than it was here, okay? Obviously, it's not going away in the heat. So that has already been proven, because when you have places like Brazil where it's 80, 90 degrees and they have a huge outbreak down there, India is very, very warm. So, again, it's happening in places where there is heat, and it's happening all over in Africa as well. And so, this is not something that's, in the summer it's just going to go away. I know there's a lot of talk about the virus. There's a lot of people saying a lot of different things. Excuse me. My concern is that second wave. When that second wave hits, that's my concern. I think the second wave will be much more deadly than the first wave. But we'll get into that on another video. But I definitely want to hear your guys' feedback. First of all, I want to hear what you have to say about, now this incident happened last week with these Iranian speedboats harassing U.S. ships, okay, and with the government or the president saying go ahead and take them out if they're harassing our ships. I want to hear your feedback on that, because I think that's important. I want to hear what you guys have to say about what you think about the weakened state of our Navy at this point in time, and if it's affecting the Navy, it's also affecting the Army, the Air Force, and every place else. This virus doesn't care, if you're young and healthy, it can affect anybody. Okay. Now, obviously, if you are compromised immunity-wise and stuff like that, you're at a much higher risk, a much higher percentage of death. Obviously. Okay. But it is affecting younger people as well. So it's definitely something to pay attention to. So anyway, I definitely want to hear your guys' feedback. I want to hear what you guys have to say. There is a lot of stuff happening, guys, that we really need to be paying attention to. And, if you have not started prepping, if you haven't even thought about starting to prep, you better get on it, because bad times are coming, in my opinion. For over a year, I was really, really pushing my subscribers to prepare, to get ready, to buy food. For whatever reason, that was in my head very, very strongly, that food was very, very important, okay? And so I have really tried to push people to prepare in that way. And some of you obviously have. I've had a lot of feedback. A lot of people have said that because they listened and got ready, they were able to weather what's happening right now much better, which I'm really happy to hear. And I'm glad, because I want you guys to be proactive. I want the biggest thing that I want for you guys is to not be a victim. That's the most important thing to me. I don't want you guys to be victims. So if you are proactive and helping yourself, that's the important thing to me. So I really want you to do that. I want you to stay focused on being as ready as you possibly can be. Talked about gardens and getting gardening going this year. Really, really important. Okay? So again, just get as ready as you can. Be ready. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't, there's, like I said, there's a tremendous amount of information out here about this thing. And I'm not even going to get into it in this video, but it's just, it's here, it's happening, people being affected, okay? That's the reality. So let's focus on that reality. We can talk about other things, and actually, you know what I'm thinking? Well, we'll talk about that. I got an idea what I want to talk about for the live stream. So check out the title for the live stream, and we'll talk on that topic, and we'll go from there. Okay? So anyway, guys, remember, we are all in this together. That is important to remember, because it's so true. Not even just this event, but in general, everyday life, we should be trying to work together and trying to help each other. Also remember, guys, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really, really important that we tell the people that we love every day how we feel. Life is so short, we never know what's going to happen. So it's really important to tell the people that you care about every day. Okay? Also remember STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to accomplish, whatever you are trying to do, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from getting there is you. That's it. Nobody else can stop you. Okay? Stay positive, stay away from that negativity, and you will be fine. The only person in life that can stop you from achieving your goals is you. That's it. Okay? So just focus on that, and just keep working at things, and you're going to be okay. Alright? So I will see you all tonight, 8 p.m. for the live stream. Looking forward to it. I got a really good idea what I want to talk about, and we're going to discuss that topic, and we may jump into a couple other things as well. Alright? So I will see you tonight, 8 p.m. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now. I hope you enjoyed the fire too.